Here it is, the iPhone 5C. Now I chose my favorite color combination, the blue phone with the green case. Let me get it out of this case so you can see how the color looks. Now, despite that comment about it being unapologetically plastic, it does not feel as plasticky as something like the Galaxy Note or the Galaxy phones. It's clearly plastic, but it's not lightweight. It does have that kind of pleasant iPhone heft. So it makes it feel a little bit more premium, even though it's a lower priced phone and this is unquestionably plastic. Now, as for these cases, these are 29 bucks, which seems a little excessive. They do add that kind of extra style, although someone on Twitter pointed out that they look a lot like either Crocs or Connect 4. And I'm not gonna lie, that kind of ruined it for me because look, it really looks like Crocs. The overall style is on trend. It's definitely hip to be all kind of 80s and neon, but it's not something you're gonna wanna carry for more than a year or two because it's gonna look dated. All right, let's check out iOS 7 and keep going about our day. I'm posting an empty mall scene, #zombies. Ooh, I'll check out some notifications. It's currently 64 degrees, the high will be 73. Kind of cool. So once I have my photo, I can do all kinds of editing. So I have my whole edit menu. I can, of course, auto-enhance. There are filters now built right in, which is kind of cool. Very Instagram ready. The filters are pretty subtle. The only thing I don't like about all the filters is that when you apply them and make all these edit changes, you can't save an original. You just save the edited version. That's kind of a bummer. But then sharing gets very easy. So the first thing you notice is that you have Airdrop as a menu option, which in theory lets you share instantly with people nearby who also have iOS 7 devices with Airdrop turned on. That's kind of Apple's replacement for NFC. I'm sure it's easy and seamless, but obviously it depends on adoption. Use as wallpaper. I'll set my beautiful hummingbird as both. Alrighty, and check me out. I'm so artsy. Now, one extra bonus that came along with iOS 7 is iTunes Radio. If you're like me and you've been trying to sort of hack your Spotify together with your iTunes collection, you know that Spotify is obviously not well integrated with iOS. This gives you the ability to have streaming radio stations, and if you pay for iTunes Match, then you can stream all the songs you already own, which kind of increases the size of the streaming catalog. In playing with it for a little while, I'm kind of liking it. It's super easy to create new stations, to add them, and to integrate with music that's already on the phone. I'm not sure I'm ready to give up Spotify, but if you're an iPhone user, iTunes Radio is pretty sweet. Now, obviously, the most noticeable difference about this phone, other than the shockingly bright colors, is iOS 7, which is making all iPhones seem new. iOS 7 is one of those things that I think you're either going to love or hate. Right now, because I'm somewhat new to it, I'm kind of in the hate camp, mainly because I do not like the aesthetics at all. I don't like the fact that if you have folders filled with apps, they become 2-page folders. I don't like the fact that you cannot turn off the animations, which makes me insane. Now, there is a way to slow it down a tiny bit if you go into the settings under General and Accessibility. There's an option called Reduce Motion. I don't notice a huge difference, but I notice that it does speed it up a tiny bit. That's as close as you can get to making it less cartoony. I definitely like the Control Center. I like how you can pull down from kind of the middle of the screen to get the search bar, but if you don't know that's what you have to do, you will find that you are constantly pulling down from the top to get your notifications. One other small improvement that I really like is that now when you open up Safari, the search and URL bar is permanently affixed to the top of the page like it should be, and it's just one bar. I think it takes some getting used to. If you've been living with the old OS for a long time, it is obviously going to be more of a shock to the system, and I'll let you decide for yourself about the aesthetics. At the end of the day, the iPhone 5C is all about the looks. If you like the colors and you like iOS 7, this phone is 99 bucks on contract. So for a certain kind of person, this kind of person, the 5C is definitely a buy.